The human spirit, a journey beyond the body. From the beginning of time, humanity has carried one burning question: who are we really? Are we just flesh and bone, destined to vanish when the body returns to dust? Or is there something deeper, something invisible, something that continues after death? The answer across cultures, religions, and philosophies has always been the same: what continues is the human spirit. But what exactly is this spirit? How does it differ from the universal spirit that fills the universe? How is it formed, and what are its essential qualities? To explore this, let us journey slowly, carefully, and deeply into the mystery of the spirit. The beginning of the spirit. In many traditions, there is a symbolic teaching that the spirit is breathed into the child in the womb around the 120th day after conception. Of course, this is not meant literally. No divine being is physically breathing into a body. Instead, it is a metaphor pointing to a profound inner truth. Around this time, the brain of the fetus becomes capable of receiving and processing subtle energies from the cosmos. A spark of universal energy awakens what we call the human spirit. From that moment, the unborn child is no longer just a physical organism, but a spiritual being with a wave body that will outlive the body. Mystics across cultures have used different words for this. Some call it the soul. Some call it the subtle body. Some call it the breath of life. But all point to the same reality: at a certain moment, the human being awakens as more than matter. The spirit as a wave body. To understand this more clearly, think of the spirit as a holographic wave body. Just as a mirror reflects an image, the spirit reflects the body. It has the same appearance and form, but it exists in a different dimension. When the body dies, the spirit continues. It carries our consciousness, our memories, our experiences. Even if the body was damaged, if an arm was lost, or a leg was missing, the spirit retains the original blueprint of wholeness. This is why so many people across the world, in near-death experiences, describe leaving their body but still having a sense of form, still able to see, to feel, to think. They are describing the spirit body. 4 levels of the spirit. The spirit can be understood in 4 interwoven levels. 1. Carrier waves, the spirit body. 2. Anti-gravitational force, the potential for liberation. 3. Positively charged energy, the light of goodness. 4. Memory waves, the continuity of consciousness. 1. Carrier waves, the spirit body. At its foundation, the spirit is a wave body that mirrors the physical. It is resilient, able to repair itself, and holds the essence of who we are. This is why the spirit can continue indefinitely after the body ceases. It is not bound to blood, skin, or organs. It is a body of light and waves. It is what ancient traditions called the subtle body or the astral body. It is the part of us that walks into the afterlife. 2. Anti-gravitational force, the potential for liberation. The second level is perhaps the most mysterious. At the moment when the spirit is formed, it may or may not receive a special activation, a frequency that allows it to rise above the heavy pull of matter. This is sometimes called the anti-gravitational force. In mystical terms, it is the spirit's ability to ascend, to fly, to transcend the lower realms. Without this force, the spirit remains bound to dense layers of reality. With it, the spirit naturally gravitates toward freedom, light, and what many traditions call heaven. This activation is not earned by deeds. It is a gift of grace, destiny, or divine determination. Some spirits are born with it, others without. This is why prophets and sages so often emphasized humility. Ultimate liberation is not something we control. It is not won by merit alone, it is granted by mystery. 3. Positively charged energy, the light of goodness. The third level is positive energy. Every selfless act, every compassionate thought, every moment of genuine kindness creates waves of positive energy. This energy strengthens the spirit, fills it with light, and shapes the afterlife experience. Negative energy, by contrast, is produced by selfishness, cruelty, and ego-driven actions. This too is stored in the spirit, darkening its light. The laws of energy are universal, like attracts like. A spirit filled with love and compassion gravitates toward luminous realms. A spirit filled with hatred or greed gravitates toward heavy, dark realms. This is why every tradition urges us to live with kindness. It is not just morality. It is physics of the spirit. In the wave body. These memory waves form the unique pattern of our consciousness. When we die, nothing of this is lost. We continue with everything we have thought, felt, and lived. The afterlife is not a blank slate. It is the full continuation of our inner world. This is why mindfulness, meditation, reflection, and purification are so important. Because what we carry in our mind today is what we will live with forever. The spirit in different traditions. To see how universal this teaching is, let us look briefly at how different traditions describe the spirit. In Christianity, the spirit is the breath of God breathed into Adam, the eternal soul that lives beyond the grave. The resurrection of Jesus is seen as proof that the spirit body cannot be destroyed. In Islam, the ruh is said to be of the command of God, breathed into every human, continuing beyond the body. The Quran says, "They ask you about the spirit, say, the spirit is of the affair of my Lord." In Hinduism, the Atman is the true self, beyond the body and the mind, eternal and unchanging. The Upanishads declare, "You are that." In Buddhism, the continuity of consciousness is emphasized. The body dies, but the stream of mind continues, carrying karma and memories into new forms. In Taoism, sages spoke of the Shen, the spirit that, when cultivated, rises into immortality, becoming one with the Tao. Among philosophers, Socrates taught that the soul is immortal and that philosophy is preparation for death. Augustine said, "Our hearts are restless until they rest in God." Spinoza described nature itself as divine spirit. Though the languages differ, the truth is one, the spirit is real, eternal, and the essence of who we are. Living with spirit awareness. What does all of this mean for our daily lives? It means that everything we do, every thought, every action is shaping the spirit body we will carry forever. Our deeds are not just written in books of law, they are written in the very fabric of our being. When we practice compassion, we strengthen our spirit with light. When we surrender our ego, we align with higher forces. When we cultivate mindfulness, we prepare our memory waves for eternity. When we smile, forgive, or show kindness, we uplift our spirit. And perhaps most importantly, we are reminded that liberation is ultimately a gift of grace. This teaches us humility, gratitude, and openness. Stories of the Spirit. Consider the story of near-death experiences. Across cultures, people describe leaving their bodies, floating above, meeting loved ones, or entering a tunnel of light. Many see their life flash before their eyes, this is the memory waves unfolding. They describe feeling weightless, free from gravity, this is the anti-gravitational force. They describe radiant light and love, this is positive energy manifesting. Or consider the lives of great saints, sages, and mystics. Their bodies grew weak, but their spirits became radiant. People around them often saw their faces shining, their presence glowing. This is the spirit manifesting through the body. A universal call. The message is clear: we are more than matter. We are spirit. Every tradition, every philosophy, every path has whispered this same truth. Whether we speak of soul, spirit, consciousness, or energy, we are pointing to the same reality. The human spirit is the invisible body of waves that carries us beyond death. It is formed in the womb, shaped by our actions, filled with our memories, and sustained by grace. To live with this awareness is to live differently. It is to remember, every day, that our true treasure is not wealth, status, or possessions, but the light we cultivate in our spirit. Closing reflection. When the body dies, the spirit continues. This is the great mystery of existence, and the greatest gift. So let us live with awareness. Let us cultivate kindness, humility, and love. Let us quiet the ego, awaken the mind, and nurture the heart. For in the end, the only thing that continues is the spirit. The body returns to dust. But the spirit, your spirit, remains forever. And if this message touched you, if it awakened something deep within you, then stay with me on this journey. Subscribe now for more videos that speak to the spirit, inspire the soul, and remind us of who we truly are.